I'd also just like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the Darug and Gundungurra people as well, traditional custodians of the land in which we meet, and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging, and to any Indigenous people here with us today. Hello everyone, and thank you all so much for making the time to be here. My name is Dylan, and I'm in Year 11 at Coralwell. I've always been passionate about the environment, and I'm greatly concerned about the serious impacts that climate change is having on the world's ecosystems and communities, which led me to start this petition. In a 2021 report titled Aim High, Go Fast, the Climate Council calculated that a minimum of a 75% reduction of Australia's greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 compared to 2005 levels, plus a target of 2040 for net zero, is required to avoid climate change becoming self-sustaining, irreversible, and exponentially worsening. One of the Labor government's election promises was to implement a 43% reduction, plus a target of 2050 for net zero emissions. Just to quote the Climate Council, achieving net zero emissions globally by 2050 would be at least a decade too late. Some of you might think that 75% is far too radical to be realistic, and you might have a point. I initially intended to request a 66% reduction, but with a greater target, there's more room to fall short and yet still have succeeded with the original aim. So I started this petition to rouse the government into adopting these essential measures proposed by the Climate Council. Submitting a legitimate petition has absolutely no guarantee of the government following through with the request, but the more signatures a petition has, the more seriously they'll take it, and thus the more likely they'll be to implement and achieve the new targets. My goal with this petition is to achieve such an enormous number of signatures that the government will sit up straight in their chairs when they see how many people support this. This is achievable. One of the main places I'll be getting signatures from is from high school students. So if every school in New South Wales alone fills just one of the petition sheets, that's almost 50,000 signatures, which is 5 times the amount required for a petition to be discussed in Parliament. Today, a Facebook page will be launched containing a digital copy of the petition, can be printed off, and a post office box address to send filled petition sheets to. Using this method, people from all over Australia will be able to contribute signatures on a much faster and larger scale than would ever be possible with just one person going around asking people for their signatures. Please share this Facebook page with anyone who might be interested, and if you would like an electronic info pack sent to you, please leave your email address with us today. People who might like to sign could take some and send them back to PO Box 24, Wentworth Falls, completed or partially completed. I'd really appreciate it. Once more, thank you all so much for coming today and for caring about the future of our planet.